Hello, everyone. My name is Marion with DTM Real Talk Channel. It's the channel that you can tune into, have the ability to listen to the thoughts of others about topics all over the world that touch every one of our lives. Everybody goes through basically the same thing. There is nothing new under the sun. So if you're going through, someone else has already been there. Maybe you can find hope. Maybe it's a pathway that can set you on the right road just by tuning in. So DTM Real Talk, just keeping it real. And if you like it, like us at the bottom, subscribe, and let us know just how we helped you. Just keeping it real. Nothing but love. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is DTM Real Talk. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. And y'all can tell I'm excited, right? Trying to calm myself, yeah. Say hello to the good folks out there, Mr. King.
Hi, everyone.
Mr. King is my special guest. I'm not going to tell you anything else. His friends call him Ayce, and I call him Mr. King. We just got done with our workout. How was your workout?
My workout was pretty good. Intense, a lot of energy. Yeah, it's getting better. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, awesome. That's my third son, y'all. I can't say my third child no more, but he is. But anyway, last week, you guys, thank you for the comments that I got, that I received by email for the importance of multiple streams of income. We talked about that. I explained to you guys the best I could about earned income, which is a job, about a residual income, something you do one time and continue to get paid over and over again, passive income, and also portfolio income. So I talked about all those, talked about Robert Kiyosaki. Y'all go back and look at it. Talk about the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and how he did the cash flow quadrant from the employed to the self-employed, from the business owner to the investor. And I shared with you guys that I will come on this week and bring a couple folks on to talk about where they are and what they have going on. So Mr. King is going to talk to you all about his journey to passive income. Yay? You're supposed to say yay, Mr. King.
Yeah.
So what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for God's provision and his plans and his blueprint for our lives. My faith stands firm, and that's what I walk on. So I believe in Jesus Christ. He's the Savior. So that's what I stand on, and that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for.
So y'all, we ask each other this every day. He just like, come, Miss Jones. I told y'all he called me Miss Jones. I don't know why. I don't know nobody named Miss Jones. Miss Jones, what you grateful for? And I go, Mr. King, what you grateful for? So we just kind of share that, what we're grateful for every day, most of the days, at least a couple of times a week, what we're grateful for. And I'm grateful as well for I'm grateful for DTM and you guys and how that, you have supported the channel and making it, sharing it, liking it, sharing it, and subscribing, and inviting many people, and many people were helped. So God is in the mix of that, and I am so, so grateful. So again, how did you get started? And tell the good folks where you're from. I asked everybody this; they don't know. So where are you from?
I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where I'm from. But really, I'm really from heaven. But I live in New Orleans.
What? Come on. No, Mr. King, come on, be real with these people. He is from the West Bank.
On the West Bank. That's me. On the West Bank.
Okay.
I say that, okay, if I'm out of town, I'm from New Orleans. But if I'm in New Orleans, I'm from the West Bank.
I got you. We're from the Blessed Bank, y'all.
The West Bank. That's what it is.
Okay. Now, tell the good folks, were you always in the knowledge of passive income or residual income? Tell the good folks how you started.
We did. I did. I had the knowledge. My mother taught us about different types of incomes. She wanted us to learn throughout our our younger times all the way to where we are now. Different types of incomes, and whichever one you choose. But the best one is to basically be your own boss. So I started with the job, numerous jobs. So I probably can count on both my hands and toes how many jobs
That's
I
funny
had.
you saying that, because I said that on the last clip. I can't tell you how many jobs I had.
But you didn't have that many.
Yes, I did. You guys were young. I had so many jobs.
Okay. Okay. Well,
But I don't like jobs. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah. So basically, you know, it's either the jobs are no longer they no longer exist, or things happen. I got fired, whatever. I couldn't handle the situation. So anyway, yeah, I started off with different jobs, and we're gonna fast forward. Um, I started after Hurricane Ida, which happened in 2021, I believe. Um, you know, I was basically living off of a passive income that my mother introduced me to. That basically you have access to your own bank. So for 6 months, I was able to live off of that for 6 months, the beginning of 2021 January all the way to summertime, and I had I realized that okay, I need some more money because I'm running out of money. I can't continue to use something that's a major investment that can I don't have to basically go back to the job to use it. So I had to go back to work. So I did not want to go back to work for someone else. So uh, I was blessed with a vehicle, and I started to do DoorDash. I initially, before that, tried to get on with an Amazon to try to do like an Amazon Flex. Some of you probably heard of that. Deliver packages in your own vehicle, and it was no type of opening for me, and so I went toward DoorDash. At the time, I did apply for other Amazon jobs that you have to work with for someone else, but I was like, okay, let me go ahead on try DoorDash. I did DoorDash for about 5.5 months.
You
From
get
about
pretty
June.
good with DoorDash, right?
Yeah. I made about an average of 3,500 a month, something like that.
And
So
you were setting your own hours, so that was pretty cool.
yeah, I was setting my own hours. So I enjoyed that because I had a lot of time with my kids, free time, and things that I wanted to do. I didn't have to wake up, when someone told me to wake up, except for God. But so I enjoyed that, and I want to say the end of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 2020? Yes. No, I'm sorry. The end of 2022. End of 2022, I was working from 2022 June all the way to the end of November. And 2022 June, I received a notification from an Amazon company. It wasn't Flex. It was a job, and it was driving packages. I'm thinking it's one of those van drivers.
Yeah.
Amazon pack. No, this was something I never heard of. It was called Amazon XL. So you basically deliver larger packages, swimming pools, the big stuff. So, and you actually drive a 150-mile radius from where you are. So wow. I may be driving to Mississippi one day, and then the next day I might be driving to Baton Rouge, from New Orleans. So that varies. So I believe that was an experience for me. I never had that. So I enjoyed it. And so previously, I want to say maybe about a week ago.
Let me pause you there for a second. So on your passive journey, were you share with the good folks how the struggle that the reluctancy that you had to even take on getting involved in the passive journey as it related to futures and things like that. Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before I had the opportunity to get with Amazon and DoorDash, I had not only um access, one type of access to passive income. I had two, and one of them, like I said, was a family bank. The other was trading. So I did trade before. It was, I don't know if you ever heard of forex. People heard of forex before, but it's basically trading fiat currency, um, different countries' currencies. That's my definition
Yes,
of it.
yes.
So they have different pairs. You might have a euro and USD pair. You might trade, or Japan and Australia, something like that. So there's different currencies trading. I tried to get into that a while back, and it didn't last. It did
Right.
not last. I was you had to basically kind of be in front of your computer the majority of the time, you
Yes.
know. So I kind of fell back from that. And then I believe around COVID, no one wasn't working. So 2020, my mom's like my business partner. For those of you who don't know, she's not just my mom. She's my
Right.
friend, but she's my business partner. So
Right.
she she started to send me and different things about different passive incomes that can basically help us, at times like COVID, and even
Yeah.
at times in the future. So she sends me those things, and she know I'm very techy. She know if I didn't go to school for tech and nothing like that, I wanted to, but I'm the type of person. Let's just say I love to figure it out. I love a challenge when it comes to technology. So she know I'm pretty good at that. So she started to introduce things like trading futures and stocks, and they had a class during COVID that was a 6-month class, and she basically said she invested in me. Let's put it that way. She invested in me, and do you want to go ahead and try this? I believe this might be something that you can look into. It may be able to help you because I know that you're techie and stuff like that. So I was skeptical. I was like, I don't know, because I was thinking about forex, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to, you know, it was a headache a little bit. So basically, I want to say not even a month. I said, yeah, let me try it out. So I was working at a job at the time. So I
Right.
went. I was in the class for 6 months, and I want to say had about, I don't know, maybe 10 people in the class, different cities and countries, and the guy that was teaching us, his name was Tony Newmeyer. He basically was teaching us about how to trade futures and how to trade options. And it was a very, very strategic, uh, basic, basic way that he taught. And so basically, getting off.
Let me
So,
pause you for a second. The good folks need to
okay,
know. Good folks need to know that you didn't jump from a job into trading. He was working a job.
oh
Remember
yeah,
I talked about on the last clip. You just don't go radical and just jump off
no,
into this, man. You have to go at a little at a time. Go from one income to the next, but you have to educate yourself. And I talked about that on the last clip. I paused him because I wanted you guys to know that education is essential to what you're trying to accomplish, whatever area you're trying to accomplish in. And so he did that, is what I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
yeah. So basically, awesome. So anyway, I went back and I started to, like you said, I started to educate myself on what this was. He was teaching us how to trade with numbers, and I was confused about that. So of course, you don't know, and it's not an excuse for you not to know, but to not to do it. So that's a motto I love. So basically, uh, so I want to say in the 2 months out of the 6 months, in about 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, I caught on like this.
Yes.
And guy teacher was so surprised how fast I caught on to it. I still needed some tweaks and some stuff I needed to be corrected on, but it was I caught on to it,
Yeah.
real quick. And it excited me because it's something new, and it was like, wow, this is it.
No,
It's
wait
almost
a
like
minute. It just didn't excite him. It excited me because by the time he got it, the assimilated account, how much? Look, I said how much we was making in the assimilated account.
okay, so they have two different accounts in trading. They have a live trading account. You can use your own money, and then they have a paper trading, paper money. You can use paper money. They give you a certain amount, and you can just use that money to kind of practice. So in that trading paper money account, it was about 200,000 paper money, and so I started practicing on that for for a good 3 or 4 months, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. So I stopped trading. I stopped trading on that. I started trading live. I was trading smaller amounts, so I funded my account. And a lot of people think you need a lot of money to do this. You don't. That account was about $2,000.
Right.
It was $2,000, and I was trading. Every trade I made was a minimum of about $25 a trade, up to $100 and more. So I was trading small. I was making throughout that time. I was making $25 here, $50 here, $70 here, and I was trading small. So they have different rules and steps in trading. Aggressive trading, over trading, and I got to the point to where I started to over trade. I would make a trade and it would be profitable, and then I was like, "Ooh, let me go do something else. Let me make another one." And that was a learning experience because it didn't go well for me.
Just tell the good folks you lost that money.
It didn't go well for me, so I didn't lose all of it. I lost about. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what I made. Actually, that account went from $2,000. And when I started making those $25 trades, $75 trades, that account went to 2,000 to about $2,200 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started, and that's the start, because the same rules of you making those $25 trades and it's being profitable is the same way once you get to that $200,000 market, you making $100,000 or $50,000 a day. So it's the same. It's the same type of
same principle. Yeah.
Same principle. It's just a different amount. So I had to go back. When I lost that money, it went from 2,000 or 2,200 to about $1,500. And as humans in the market, the people don't know we are emotional. So our emotions take over, what happens at that moment. So I lost that money. I lost some money. I want to try to get it back. Or I got something going on. I want to try to get it back so I can pay this off. So my emotions came into play in trading, and that's a no-no because you're supposed to trade what they tell us and teach us. Trade like a robot, not like a human being. So
yes, indeed.
Trade like a robot with no emotion. You basically learning and you trading from the skill that you were taught from the I think we were teach don't we were teach the art of trading instead of the science.
Yes.
So basically, let me give you an example real quick. The art of trading is basically like something, over time you start to develop like a skill. For example, a contractor, he might pick up from things from somebody else teaching him because that person learned over time. So he learned it and then he started doing his way to try to critique and correct things that the teacher didn't know about, right? So he developed the art of contracting. He gonna do it this way. This might be a better way of doing it versus the science of you more of like in the book of it.
Yes.
Reading the basic directions, the correct way. Of course, the science is good, but when you start learning the art of it, it makes it more easier for the next person.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen. So that's how we would learn how to trade, and I believe that's for anything. So throughout that time, anyway, by that time I lost that money, I had to go back and start to learn I had to go back. Let's see what I missed. I lost that money. I had to focus on what I did wrong so I don't do it again. So I went, and that trading account was $200,000. Okay, it was. I'm sorry, it was 203 because I started to catch on. So when it went from 200,000 to 203,000, that's when I was like, I'm ready, right? I had to rush to it. So when I did that, I lost that money. I went back. That paper trading
Let me
account.
pause you right there. So
Okay.
express to the good folks how that the error, the failure, I'm going to call it a failure in that particular time, taught you a lesson. What was that lesson that you learned when you lost that?
The lesson I learned in that was, like I said before, not to be emotional, to learn the rules, go back to the rules that I was taught. You know, not over trading, not thinking about the type of bills I need to pay so I can make that money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I make a trade, I make $25 a day. That's it. Wait
Be
to the next
content
day.
with that. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, being greedy, you know. So because it's gonna get you in a situation where you don't want to be in, and then you're gonna be like, oh, this doesn't work because you didn't really follow the
Because you didn't
rules.
follow the rules.
You know. so it is discipline. I want to say, gotta have discipline, no emotion, don't overtrade, and you know, treat like a robot. So basically that $203,000 paper money account, okay, I started to go back. It went down to 195,000. That's how much training I thought I had, right? So it started to decrease in that paper trading money account. In my mind, I'm like, okay, let me be serious. Even though this is paper money, it's practice. I still need to do this as if it was live,
Yes.
right? So I said, okay, let me double down. So the beginning of 20, I want to say not beginning. Was it 2023? Yes, I'm sorry. It was 2023. This all happened in the year of 2022, people. So 2023 happened. I said, let me go back. I need to do this correctly. So the month of January 2023, I made it went from $195,000, and I want to say in a 3-month time span, that 195 went to it made $50,000. I made $50,000 in 3 months.
Say that again.
I made $50,000 in 3 months. Once I started to double down and correct myself on the things that I need to be corrected of, and that is the rules. So that paper trade money account went from $195,000 to about $249,000.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you had to share with anybody that's interested in coming to that place of passive income, what would you say to them? If you had to share, what would you say to them? They're at a job now and they want to move forward, but they don't know where to go. What would you say to them?
I want to tell them that save more than you spend.
Wow.
And I want
Say that louder. Say it one more time.
Save more than you spend, okay? And invest more than you save.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mr. King, thank you so much. We're talking about the passive income, trying to get everything in place. Now we have much more that we're involved in and doing, and we'll come back at another time and share some of that with you. But thank you so much for sharing. This is DTM Real Talk, and we're just doing what?
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks for watching DTM Real Talk. Be sure to join us for more conversation. And oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe while you're there.